Hello there. Tonight's brush will be my Anthony MacKenzie 24mm lights synthetic knot. We're gonna sit it over here and let it soak up a little bit of water. Our soap tonight, I just recently got in some samples from Monica Gillum of Yulay, so we're gonna be reviewing some more of her stuff. Fantastic soaps. I love Monica's soaps. I love all the properties in her soaps, and I love the scents of her soaps. Just it's a wonderful brand, wonderful soaps. I've not shaved with a bad one yet, and this is Dress Blues. This soap, Monica Gillum or the Van Yulay site describes it like this: a fragrance that is unique as it is famous. A fragrance that every man will love to wear for that special woman in their life. Fragrance features pink pepper, grapefruit, citrus, laudanum, patchouli, mint, jasmine, vetiver, cedar, nutmeg, ginger, and sandalwood. And some say this is compared to Bleu de Chanel. The ingredients for this soap are stearic acid, aloe vera, coconut, fatty acid, castor, glycerin, potassium hydroxide, coconut, babusa oil, olive, argan, jojoba, however you want to pronounce it, jojoba, emu, calendula extracts, polyquats, sodium lactate, allantoin, silica, liquid silk, kaolin clay, essential oils, and fragrances. And it's a wonderful. I've never smelled Bleu de Chanel, but this is a wonderful cologne type fragrance. Very masculine, just lovely. And we're going to shave with it tonight. So let's move on down to the sink and the bowl. I've been looking forward to shaving with these samples that I received from her. Van Yulay they're a company that I've worked with off and on for quite a while. I've reviewed a lot of their soaps, and I really like the brand a lot. It's different than a lot of other soaps. She has kind of a different take on soap. She's not only trying to provide a soap that lathers well and has good shave qualities, which this soap does, but she really does try to make a soap that's good for your skin and good for your face. And I know a lot of times people don't pay a lot of attention to that. I don't a lot. I use a lot of different types of soaps, and I'm not really worried too much about, is it loaded up with a lot of good stuff that is good for my skin, because I tend to use, as long as it doesn't really harm my skin, I tend to use a lot of post-shave products to help with my skin and all. But you know what? If her performance wasn't there, it wouldn't matter. The other ingredients in the soap don't matter. And to me, because if the performance is not there, nobody's going to use it. But to me, the performance of this soap is absolutely wonderful. It works fantastically. It's wonderfully slick. Just a great soap. It's particularly for a straight razor, but pretty much any kind of razor, in my opinion. And the thought or the fact that she's got in her mind, I want to make a fantastic soap, but I want to make one that's good for their skin and stuff like that. That, to me, is a plus. Because it tells me that she's, and you can see it in the ingredients list. You don't have to take my word for it, you know, but it tells me that she cares about not just the experience of shaving, but she wants to create a product that is really good for you, period. And I'm going to use, I have her aftershave splash in this scent I'm going to be using at the end of the shave. And I have used her splash 2 or 3 times now, and it's just wonderful. It leaves your skin wonderfully smooth and soft and just lovely. I mean, look at that lather. Gorgeous, gorgeous lather. Scent strength on the face is good. Good and strong. It's wonderful. I'm going to be using my Wade & Butcher .5/8 barber's notch. Lovely razor, wonderfully slick soap. I love that. Still have issues with my back. Not bad. Getting better. I'm moving and bending pretty well. Still can't drive a vehicle. I can't lift my right leg up to get into my van, for one, and my van is high off the ground. But also, I can't work the pedals. I have to use my left foot for the brake and my right foot for the accelerator, and God help me, you know, if I had to react fast. So, no driving for me. Until his back straightens out. And it won't be long now. Lovely. There was a gentleman posted on one of the Facebook groups, I think it was a while back, sometime this week. He says, I'm having problems with the corners of my mouth being really sensitive. I'm getting a lot of irritation there, and a lot of people have sensitivity right along at the corners of their mouth. And a lot of times, what you've got to do is that there are certain areas of your face, especially with a straight or a really sharp blade in the DE, where you've got to come to sort of a compromise, in my opinion. And you've got to say, hey, you know, I just might not get BBS in that area. Striving for it is just asking for irritation and problems. You know, I know that if I'm not very careful there, I have to use an even lighter touch in those areas than I do everywhere else on my face. Because if I'm not, I won't get irritation. It will actually peel that skin away from my face. That's the deal. And so I think everybody, and I think it's a man thing. You know, we like to take things as far as we can with just about everything that we do. So we're looking to do BBS. There's also a misconception that you got to have 3 passes and you got to do this and you got to do that. You don't got to do anything. It's your bathroom, it's your razor, it's your face, it's your shave. Don't listen to all these people telling you what constitutes a proper shave. What constitutes a proper shave for you is what you can be satisfied with and what you can get away with your skin type, period. So, I mean, there are places on our faces that some of us need to come to an agreement with our face. Say, okay, I understand that you're the boss, because that's the way it is. Your face is the boss. You might think you're the boss with this razor and with your brush and all your soaps and gadgets and pre-shaves and 9 million other things, but this right here, that's the boss. What your face says you can get away with is what you're going to get away with. And everything else is going to cause you problems. And I think that's a lesson that needs to be learned in the shaving community. We ignore that face and what our face is telling us at our own peril. Just because so-and-so over here on the forums or the Facebook pages can get away with this amount of passes, or this aggressive of a razor, or whatever it is you want to call it. Just because they can get away with it don't mean I can. Don't mean you can. It's going to be what you can do that's going to be all there is to it. On a little bump or something out there. I can't feel it now, but I sure did feel it with the razor. But I was moving so light over my chin. That he just barely nicked me. Lovely. Cold water rinse. Take care of that little bitty weeper. Lovely. Beautiful. Stopped it right up. Alright, now for aftershave. Yulay Dress Bleu. This it's alcohol free, made with aloe vera, witch hazel, Abyssinian seed, emu, red castor, evening primrose, rose hips, comfrey, calendula, a couple of others that I can't name, marshmallow, green tea extracts, liquid silk, and fragrance. And it's like some of the other artisans. Oh, there's a couple I could name, but I can't get them right off the bat. You need to kind of shake it up a bit. But this is wonderful stuff. $10.99 or $9.99 for 4 ounces with no menthol in it, and $11.10.99 for 4 ounces mentholated. Smells just like the soap. And it's lovely. To my mind, it's kind of like a cross between a balm and a splash. And it's wonderful. I have an aloe vera based, witch hazel based aftershave that I make myself and put essential oils and stuff like that in it. And it acts a lot like this. When you first put this on, it's kind of sticky, but in about 2 minutes, minute and a half, 2 minutes, all of that goes away, and your face just feels really smooth and soft and nourished. And in my opinion, this does the way that it makes my face feel. This does everything that I need an aftershave to do. A post-shave treatment, in my mind, is supposed to make my face feel good and nourish it and restore it and stuff like that. And I believe that this stuff does. It's got a fabulous post-shave feel. And you can get if you buy Monica soaps, you can get an aftershave in the same fragrance. But also she has, this is a 1 ounce size, but she's got a larger size. She makes a clone, and it matches her soaps and her aftershaves, and this cologne is the bomb. I've got 3 different kinds, and I've used them, all 3 of them so far, and they are, well, actually, I think I haven't used brand stuff yet, but they're fabulous. They smell wonderful. There's no artificial scent to them at all. They really smell good, and they last several hours. They're wonderful. So anyway, I recommend you check that out if you're interested. Yulay, Monica, thanks for the samples. Thank you guys for joining me, and bless you. I will see you next time around. Later.